Hello everyone, welcome back to Cynical Reacts. I'm your dude, Cynical. It's recently come to my attention that several people in the UK don't rinse their dishes after they wash them. What I mean by that is after they put the dishes in the soapy water and scrub them up and everything, they put them directly into the dish strainer to dry, without rinsing the soap or anything off. Not everybody over there is doing it, but it's common enough that I thought we should look into the matter. It's confirmed that Brits don't rinse the soap suds off when washing dishes. The arrows are pointing to the sudsy bowl right here, sitting on the dish strainer.
You having to wash up as well, Dad?
Yes, good. It's easy, really, though. This is...
I don't understand a goddamn word he's saying. That's English, right? That was a really short one to start this off with. Next. Is it true that in the UK they wash their dishes and don't rinse off the detergent? There's some copyrighted music here that goes, oops, my baby, you woke up in the washing dishes without rinsing them off. Now, yeah. What? Whoa, hold on now. Okay, so the plate is being scrubbed in soapy water. Oops, my baby, you woke up in the bed. And then you start drying it with a towel as if that's going to remove the soapy residue. Okay, so it is true. Oops, we broke up, blah, blah. Okay, so according to that post, it is true. They washed a dish and then instead of rinsing the soap off, they dried it off, as if a towel is going to take the soap off. Next, British person washing up. Oh yeah, they call doing the dishes washing up.
I do not wash the soap off my washing up. And
I don't wash the soap off my washing up. Hold on.
I do not wash the soap off my washing up. And I don't see the issue with it.
And I don't see the issue with it. The issue is eating soap. Do you rinse the soap off of your body when you take a shower? Do you rinse the soap off your hands after you wash your hands? Do you rinse the soap off of literally everything after you wash it? The answer should be a resounding yes, cause that's how soap works. Soap is a surfactant, which means that it binds to oils, dirt, and residue, and then must be washed off.
No idea it was even controversial, but the last few weeks I've been seeing this debate all over my For You.
Yeah, see, she's washing the dishes here with soap and then putting them directly into the dish strainer without rinsing them. Besides leaving soap behind, you didn't even rinse off the dirt and oil and all that other stuff.
So for you guys, I thought I would show you my technique in washing up. Could I be asked to film myself washing up? No, I couldn't. So I've gone back and actually got one of my morning reset videos where I'm jamming to some Justin Bieber's Journals album.
Okay, so we're washing this pot with soapy water, putting it here to dry. So when we go to cook anything in here, there's also going to be soap in it.
So you can see my washing up technique. I suppose you learn from what your family does. My family's never, as far as I know, washed the soap off the dishes. And
who cares what your family did? Common sense, bro. My whole life, I've seen a bunch of stupid people carrying on traditions that they don't understand just because their parents did. Maybe we should stop doing that.
No, they don't taste like soap.
Bullshit. Dude, make me some mac and cheese in this pot right here with soapy water in it, right? You're gonna boil the noodles in soapy water. They're gonna taste like soap. Clearly.
Think about it. Should I really be washing them off? Now it's come to my attention, most probably. But will I start? Probably not. One, takes up too much time.
It takes up too much time. Do you have somewhere to be? Like an important meeting that you have to rush to right now? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing you're going to spend the rest of the day in this house. When you're washing yourself in the shower, can you not be asked to rinse the soap off? You suds yourself up and you're like, good to go, and then you get out of the shower. What are we doing?
2, I never had an issue with it before. 3, it doesn't taste like soap. And 4,
bullshit, it doesn't taste like soap.
Keeping the tap just running constantly is going to end up costing me more money, so I don't really care that much.
You don't need to keep the tap running constantly. You see how you have 2 sinks? One is full of soapy water and one is not? What you're supposed to do is pick up a dish out of the soapy water, scrub it, and then set it into this other sink right here. Once all the dishes have been scrubbed and they are now soapy and they are all sitting in this sink here, now you turn on the tap and rinse them and put them into the dish strainer. I can't believe I have to explain this.
You all do your washing up. Do you swill the soap off your dishes, or do you just leave it like me? Hope you enjoyed it.
The time added is nominal. It's completely worth it to not have the taste of soap in your food and on your dishes. I don't have the time to not eat soap. Oh, well, you know, I suggest you make the time. I suggest you adjust your schedule a little bit so that you're not consuming soap. I just don't have time to not punch myself in the face. Okay, so there's an example of somebody who does not rinse the dishes and they're like, what's the big deal? Next, just washing my dishes in the UK without rinsing the soap off. From the soapy water right into the dish strainer. Look at that mug. It has a bunch of soap residue on the bottom. It's disgraceful. What are you doing, love? Why wouldn't you rinse the cup? I see you reaching into the suds. Don't you think that this is enough? Oh, you've got the scrub daddy. Too bad there's soap residue on the dish caddy, and all the food tastes really soapy and nasty. That pug's pretty dope. Look at the bow and the glasses. Ah. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. Just rinse the dish. What are we doing? Next.
Did you know that not everyone rinses their dishes after washing? I've seen a lot of TikToks lately of people, particularly those in the UK, washing their dishes and leaving them to dry, suds and all. Wirecutter wanted to find out, is this really okay to do?
Of course it's not okay to do. You had to, investigate this matter, or what?
I talked to some experts at poison control, and here's what they told me. It's actually probably safe.
Right, we all know the dish soap is non-toxic. That doesn't mean you should consume it. Crayons are also non-toxic. Please don't shred them up and put them in my food.
That's because the amount of dish soap someone would ingest from doing this is likely very small.
But there is some dish soap ingested, obviously.
Dish soaps are relatively non-toxic.
Relatively. This is really putting me at ease.
That said, just take the extra second and rinse the soap off.
Thank you very much.
The effects of not doing so haven't been formally studied, and rinsing does limit your exposure to any potentially concerning ingredients. Plus, rinsing can remove food particles that are lingering after sudsing.
TLDR, just because you can skip the rinse doesn't mean you should. Yeah, obviously.
And make sure that your dishes are completely dry before putting them away.
Wet dishes can grow bacteria. Okay. All right, so those people looked into the matter and they've come to the conclusion that it's not going to hurt you, but knock it off. It's dumb. I tend to agree. I'm sure it's not really going to hurt you, but your food's going to taste like soap, and there's soap residue left behind, which drives me crazy. Personally, when I'm taking a shower or washing my hands or washing a dish, I feel like any of those surfaces are not done being clean until they're squeaky, right? When the slipperiness goes away and now we got the squeak, now it's clean. Next, she's going to be responding to this comment that reads, I have a big question for you or anyone reading this. Just curious. It is said that in England, people wash dishes but do not rinse them. Is this true or is it just a rumor? Thanks in advance.
Right. I have seen this. By the way, I've had Lumi eye, anybody that hasn't seen my videos before, okay? Just in case anybody asks.
You've had Lumi eye.
I have seen this, right? Big question to anyone. It's just curious. It is people that English people wash dishes and do not rinse, right? I've seen this and somebody got loads of hate, but I'm going to admit, right? I wash my dishes and I leave them in the drainer and I do not rinse them.
We found another one.
And then I saw so many comments on somebody's post you must be eating soap and blah, blah, blah. This is one of my dishes, right? Here we go.
Yep, I don't see the soap, but you didn't rinse it off, so there's soap on there. You can wrap your head around that, right? It doesn't just go away on its own. That's why people rinse it.
That's one of my dishes that I have washed and left in my drainer, okay? Just like these.
Well, you can't see any sort of residue on there, so they're good to go. I can't physically see the flue, so it doesn't exist.
Okay? They're clean. There's no soap. Like...
You didn't rinse the soap off, love. So there is soap. They're not clean. What are you on about?
I'm not eating soap.
You're not eating soap, even though you didn't rinse it off.
Don't do it. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this one. And it's going to be like, not all English people do that. Of course not all English people, because everybody's different. It's not an English thing.
It seems to be like... This entire compilation that I have today is English people. And I'm not saying all English people do this, but it seems to be very prevalent there and nowhere else from my research.
Is it? Maybe. I don't know.
It might be bloody English, isn't it?
No. It's like your dryer.
In the kitchen.
Unless you've got a utility room or you've got a big enough house. Some houses aren't big enough to have that room. So we have our washer.
Okay, that is odd as well, that you have your washer/dryer for your clothing in the kitchen. That is different than we do it over here for sure. But I don't think anybody should be ingesting soap.
Washer? I'm saying washer. A washer machine in our kitchen. So yeah, I don't. Wash my dishes, I put them on the drainer and I leave them. And when they're dry, I put them away. What do you guys do?
Okay, so as I explained a moment ago, I usually have 2 sinks at various houses that I live at. If you have 2 sinks, fill up one sink with soapy water, put the dishes in there and let them soak a little bit, and then wash them, scrub them, and set them into the other empty sink. Once all of the soapy dishes are into the other empty sink, now you rinse them all off and put them away. You don't need to leave the tap running or any goofy crap like that. If you only have one sink, fill that sink up with soapy water, scrub all the dishes and all that stuff, and then drain all the soapy water out and rinse them right there in the sink and put them away. Either way, the process is not rocket surgery. Leaving the water running to rinse them as you wash them is really stupid and a waste of water. You don't have to leave it running the whole time you wash them, you keep rinsing them. Put them all in a pile after they've been scrubbed and then rinse them all at once. Next, me randomly remembering that other countries like Britain don't rinse the soap off their dishes after floating in dirty water. There's step 2 right there. Right there. Thank you very much. I agree. All right, so she showed us the very crucial second step, which is to rinse the dish. As you can see, it did not take her a bunch of time. She didn't have to rack her brain about it. She just rinsed a dish and put it in the dish strainer. Next, here is why British people don't rinse their dishes.
I don't know why Americans get so mad about the fact that British people do not use spices, do not use seasoning, do not use anything on top of their food, because do you know what we do use that no one else seems to use that really adds a nice spice to your food? And I'm not joking, I'm genuinely serious right now. It adds a bit of a je ne sais quoi that nothing else can quite touch on, and that is when we wash our dishes. Yes, we don't rinse the dishes, because what we do is have doo-doo. We have the dish soap that we've cleaned the plate with, and then we leave it on, and it kind of marinates the plate in a way that you don't understand if you've never experienced it. If you put a quesadilla on that plate, that soap then transfers onto that quesadilla, and it gives the sweetest delicacy of je ne sais quoi that you cannot quite replicate.
Okay, so she's saying the soapy residue imparts a very wonderful and delicious flavor into your food, and that's why they don't need other spices.
You season the quesadilla. I'm so sorry. There's something behind this, and I think British people are onto something.
Okay. Salt and pepper stand aside, soap residue will season our food very nicely.
Start eating dish soap. I'm gonna say it now. Start eating dish soap. Because in 20 years, when y'all are eating dish soap over there, you're gonna regret saying that to me.
Okay, and we wrap up the collection of clips by seeing somebody say that soap leaves a very wonderful taste on your food. How about that? Alright, after that little display, I've come around quite a bit. I'm ready to stop rinsing off my dishes. How about you? It imparts a little je ne sais quoi, if you will. If you won't, then go to hell. Alright, so we've learned a lot today about this very bizarre and interesting phenomenon. All of my viewers from the UK, do any of you not rinse your dishes? Leave a comment below. Please tell us your rationale. No, I'm not trying to judge you or take you down a peg. I literally want to know, why do you think that it's not appropriate to rinse the soap off of the dish? Personally, I think it's completely mad, darling, to not rinse the soap off of the dishes. It's disgusting. Disgusting. So what do you think of this, viewers? Is it disgusting? Is it saving a bunch of time? Leave a comment below. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the future. Alright, bye.